The astronaut was horrified to find something moving inside his eyes, trying to crawl out. The next moment, a furry tentacle slowly emerged from his nostril. Alone in orbit around Jupiter, Yaku was paralyzed with fear, but soon he felt something inside him start to push its way out. 3 years earlier, Earth had detected a strange purple nebula near Jupiter. Yaku was ordered to pilot a spacecraft to investigate the phenomenon, which was later named the Chopra Nebula. After 189 days of lonely travel, he finally arrived in Jupiter's orbit. However, by this time, the spacecraft was already showing signs of malfunction. Even the vacuum system in the toilet would randomly activate by itself. Helpless, Yaku shut it off again and opened a channel to communicate with Mission Control on Earth. It was another day of NASA's sponsored broadcast, and Yaku had to appear before the cameras. He transmitted live images of the nebula, describing the breathtaking sight he was witnessing in real time. In just 1 week, he would begin collecting particle samples from the nebula, data that might unlock part of the universe's deepest mysteries. But the commander seized the chance to insert a commercial ad midstream. After the call ended, ground control received disturbing news. Yaku's wife, Linka, had recorded a farewell video meant for him. This was no small matter. The communications officer immediately reported it to the higher-ups, who were deeply troubled. "We can't let Yaku know about this," they decided. The officer explained that Linka hadn't called Yaku in over a week, and his mental state was deteriorating. He hadn't been sleeping properly. So the commander ordered the message to be withheld, and the communications team prepared a fabricated explanation to keep Yaku from finding out. Meanwhile, Yaku once again tried to call home, but when his wife appeared on the massive communications screen, she remained silent. She had already made up her mind. She then drove away to an undisclosed location, and it was clear from her swollen belly that she was about to give birth. That night, Yaku was resting when the swirling purple nebula outside his window seemed to shimmer ominously, as if something was about to happen. Moments later, Yaku sensed something wrong. He snapped awake and burst out of his sleeping bag, only to find that the toilet vacuum had malfunctioned again. But when he turned it off and looked into the mirror, he froze. Something under his skin was moving. It crawled up to his nose, then slipped toward his mouth. In panic, Yaku clawed at his face, only to realize in the next instant that it had all been a dream. When he finally calmed down, a message arrived. It was time to begin collecting samples from the Chopra Nebula. However, the exterior cameras on the spacecraft were barely functional. As Yaku prepared to report the issue, the video feed began to flicker violently, and then, through the static, he heard an unfamiliar, inhuman sound.
Hello? Who is this?